Hey guys, came for 15, back at it with another video for you guys. Back talking more about my dress up darling, man. I'm talking about I would have actually done this review a lot sooner in terms of recording it if I didn't have to freaking stress watch the Angel game where they beat the Dodgers again. Anyways, my dress up darling was great, bro. My dress up darling was wonderful. Um, it was just great. I enjoyed every second of this week's episode. And again, I just been liking this arc where Gojo is starting to get more confidence in himself, and then he's actually being a lot more, acceptive of the class opening up to him, and him realizing truly like that one bad experience with that girl, you know, it was for nothing because all the other classmates, the more they get to understand and know and see what he's doing, like legitimately, it's a good thing to see, and he's making new friends and people are actually thinking he's cool with what he does. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch and see, like how one bad moment in his life made it feel like, oh, people may think I'm weird, but then they see him doing what he was doing with Kitagawa, and they legitimately think he was freaking dope. He was dope, and they're all commending him. So I very much enjoyed it. Right, it was definitely really cool to see, because you see the start of season one and the character progression that Gojo has went since he met Kitagawa. And I made a mention this in previous episodes of season two, like the fact like her friend group is talking with him. He's got his guy friend group now because they're just like, whoa, what the heck? Like, I think, excuse me, I think like one of my favorite scenes was when he's about to finish up on the he's gonna finish up on the cosplay for Kitagawa, and you just have it to where like the entire class comes in and he's like, wait, what are they doing here? And they just wanted to come see him, see like, okay, I want to see what this guy's about, what he can do with Kitagawa and everything. And he feels that peer pressure, and he's like, what the hell am I doing now? I thought like, oh, the typical thing, like, I legitimately thought the typical thing would be like he may run out and everything or something like that, and he may crack under the pressure, right? But he almost did until Kitagawa basically kind of brought him back, and she's like, Gojo, are you good? And that's when he realizes, like, no, this is what I need to do. My job is to make sure we win this competition, and Kitagawa looks the best. And he understands that, right? He gets in the zone, he takes his jacket off, he gets his freaking, I guess you would say his headband, ties it, and he is locked in. He gives that look like he's like, all right, it's time to get to work. And he just completely ignores the people watching, right? And then he's doing the makeup and everything on Kitagawa's face. And the class, as you see them, they're just like, you see Noah, she's eating something like a corn dog, right? She stops eating because she's watching this. She's like, oh. And the entire class is just like, whoa, he's locked in. He's actually doing this shit. And then when obviously Kitagawa goes to show on stage, she absolutely looks perfect, right? To the point she's freaking she made the dang, I guess the class president legitimately, or like, or I guess the school's like president, like legitimately like fall head over heels for her, because she's like, oh my. I'm just like, bro, the Kitagawa acting in her weeaboo self, like legitimately absolutely crazy. But I think that was probably my favorite part of the episode, where Gojo kind of blocked out the eyes watching him and he went to work. And then after it was all over, like people were like, bro, Gojo, I didn't think you could do all that shit. Like, that's dope. I never thought you could do this and everything, like using the tape and everything. And people thought like what he did was really cool, and he's making a bunch of new friends and everything. And they're like, hey, we're gonna go to this party to go do this karaoke party. Like, hey, you want to come join us? And Gojo's like, wait, are you sure, man? Are you sure you want me to join? And they're like, hell yeah, do we want you to join? You're part of the class. You helped us win. If it wasn't for you, we never would have won. And I did like that moment and everything. And he got to enjoy it like he was a regular high school, boy. And then obviously you got the end of the episode where he kind of walks out for a bit, just kind of reflect, and he just thinks, and he's like, you know what, I actually came far. I also forgot to mention too, as he was watching Kitagawa on the stage, he starts to look at Kitagawa differently now. And I guess you can say now maybe he hasn't admitted it yet, right? But you can see, like, I think now his feelings for her are starting to develop because he did say like she looks beautiful. So I think you can also make the case that Gojo is starting to get catch some feelings for Kitagawa, which is great. But going back to the end of the episode, you have it where Kitagawa, meets up with him. Is like, hey, what are you doing out here? And her hair's in like a pigtail type of thing, double pigtail, kind of looking like Noah, right? And he's just like, they're talking for a bit, and they want to go to the arcade thing, right? And they do the arcade. He ends up getting winning like the stuffed animal from the crane thing, and she obviously loves it, right? Because it's like, dog, I got this from this boy that I really like. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. The thing, they end up seeing a photo booth. I'm like, yes, let's get Gojo and Kitagawa, because she's like, hey, we actually never have taken a photo together, and Gojo's like, you sure you want to do it? And she's like, yeah, I want to do it. So she's like, oh my goodness, I'm about to take a photo with the guy that I love. And then the boys show up and like, hey man, let's go take a photo. And Kitagawa's like, wait, no, I was supposed to take the photo with him. But they legitimately don't listen to him or listen to her. And I was absolutely crying when this dude gets all the pictures of the guys, and Kitagawa was like, but I was supposed to have a picture with Gojo-kun. But overall, this mini arc of this school festival arc was really cool and really fun. And again, just to see Gojo kind of break out of his shell and be a little bit more open. Like, yeah, he still has those socially awkward, public traits, but you can see he's starting to grow out of his shell that he was always locked in. Again, mostly due to thanks of the influence of Kitagawa. But now, because the other class, now the other classmates, they like legitimately look at Gojo now and they're like, bro, that dude is legitimately good. And I guarantee you, they're probably gonna ask Kitagawa like, hey, when's your next cosplay gonna be? Like, and is Gojo gonna be helping you with that? And they're gonna be like, yo, can we come over and watch you and everything? It's gonna be crazy, man. Like, the dude's making new friends at school. Next thing you know, he's gonna be walking and talking with the other dudes, and Kitagawa's gonna be trying to beg to hang out with Gojo, and she's gonna be like, I want to hang out with Gojo. Like, go away. So it's a good thing to see, and I'm just happy. I continue to like this show. This show, again, is a top 5 romance for me. But like, I'm sorry, bruh. Flagrant Flower has been absolutely making me fall in love with the show. And again, it's still done by the same people who are doing My Dress Up Darling. Again, which is crazy that they're doing that. They're doing Flagrant Flower, My Dress Up Darling, and Rascal, Bunny Girl Senpai. Absolutely crazy that they're doing 3 animes in one season, and they're all good. I still got to catch up with Bunny Girl Senpai, but I already know Bunny Girl Senpai is like amazing. But regardless, that's just my thoughts on this week's episode of My Dress Up Darling. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more of My Dress Up Darling content, or other anime content I upload to the channel, and things like that. But till then, guys, I will catch you guys later, and have a good rest of your day. See you guys later. Peace.